You're listening to Bloomberg Surveillance with Tom Keene and Paul Sweeney on Bloomberg Radio.
Good morning, everyone. I was going to go. I had to touch the blue Detroit Lions button here. I'm so rattled by the shutdown in Washington. Joining us now, surveillance shutdown correspondent Nathan Dean. Nathan, when Washington shuts down, what shuts down?
So the government decides what's essential and what's not essential. About 70% of the government is deemed non-essential, but things like museums, but more importantly for those of us in the markets, a lot of the economic indicators that we're going to get next week, commitment of traders reports, various reports that traders use, that isn't going to happen. And so, even though from the market impact, there's really not much there, certain traders are going to wake up and find some of the data that they use for their positions just won't be there. So we don't think a government shutdown is going to occur. We're actually a little bit out of consensus on that. We're at a 40% chance. I just think that the Democrats are ultimately going to take this deal, but don't be surprised if they work through the weekend to get it done.
Does the Smithsonian shut down? Does Washington Monument shut down?
It does, and for a lot of the 8th grade groups that are here this weekend, they're going to be very upset. New moms trying to go see the pandas, that's not going to be open. But President Trump does have the authority to decide what is essential and what isn't essential. So there are a couple of people out there saying, look, President Trump may keep those museums open. We'll have to wait and see if the government does shut down.
So, Nathan, what are the politics here? If I'm a Democrat, I don't think I want the Republicans saying we shut down the government.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's one way to look at it. The other way to look at it is that a lot of the progressive side of the party wants to be seen fighting President Trump, and especially a lot of these DOGE cuts. So you're going to see more headlines over the next, I'd say, 24 hours, really pushing these Democrats to effectively shut the government down and be seen as the resistance against President Trump. But a lot of those moderate Democrats are like, look, this is not exactly the time that we want to try and bring up this discord. There's also a thought out there that if 70% of the government workers are deemed non-essential, Elon Musk and DOGE may say, well, look, if you're not essential, why should you even come back? So, it's one of those things where I think there's a lot of political blowback. And I do think that there's going to be a big shutdown sometime in the next 6 to 9, 12 months. I'm just not exactly sure March 14th is that date.
Nathan, why do the centrist Democrats care at all about what the far left says? Don't they know what the country's moved over the last several months? Why do they even listen to them anymore?
Well, this is the debate that's playing, right now with Senator Chuck Schumer and, Representative Hakeem Jeffries. They're trying to create unity, and we saw this in the joint address to Congress. There wasn't unity. 10 Democrats actually voted to censure Representative Al Green for standing up in that joint address. So, this is what the Democrats are trying to figure out. Obviously, 2026 and the midterms are far away, but, they do have to figure it out fairly soon.
Two quick questions here. First of all, you're saying you think there won't be a shutdown even though Senator Schumer said what he said?
Yes. What I'm actually thinking will happen is that Senator Schumer is going to push for a 1-month extension. Republicans aren't going to give that. Look, the House Republicans, they're gone till March 24th. But I think what will happen is the Democrats will then ultimately vote for the vote to proceed, meaning they'll vote to end cloture, allow a vote to proceed, and then all vote no against it in the end.
My head's spinning. One final question. Nathan Dean, what in God's name happened to Purdue basketball this year? Would you explain that?
I gave up on them. I'm an A-10 guy, so I saw Fordham last night. It's going to be a good season for the A-10.
Do you think St. John's can get it done?
I think so. I think they're doing well, but George Mason's my team, so I'm going to have to root for them.
Nice. Going right for the local team.
It's good. It's title.
George Mason, right outside there, outside D.C.
Nathan Dean, our shutdown correspondent, surveillance shutdown correspondent. Thank you so much. This